Welcome to the West Wing Week, your guide to everything that's happening at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This week, big news. President Obama announces that American service members have killed Osama bin Laden.
Justice has been done.
Even as the president spoke about this historic milestone, he also dealt with domestic issues like creating jobs, reforming immigration policy, and reaching out to communities in the South devastated by recent tornadoes. The Teacher of the Year and the Prince of Wales also stopped by. That's April 29th to May 5th, or a good day for America.
As a country, we will never tolerate our security being threatened, nor stand idly by when our people have been killed.
On Friday, April 29th, the President and Mrs. Obama visited Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to view damage from deadly tornadoes and meet with Governor Bentley and other state and local officials and families affected by the horrific devastation.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, how you doing?
Was this your home, sir?
Yes, sir.
I am so sorry for your loss. Good to see you.
The President also visited Holt Elementary School to see relief efforts in action and to thank first responders.
We have food and water over there for those that need it. We've been gone from here in the last 48 hours. We've been gone about 4 hours is all because we've been here.
You must be tired. Huh?
I'm a little tired.
We can't bring those who've been lost back. They're alongside God at this point. We can help maybe a little bit with the families dealing with the grief of having a loved one lost. But the property damage, which is obviously extensive, that's something that we can do something about.
Later, on his way to Miami to deliver a commencement address, the first family stopped in at Cape Canaveral. Though the final mission of the U.S. Space Shuttle Endeavour was delayed for technical reasons, they were able to take a look at Space Shuttle Atlantis and meet the astronauts who would have gone on the mission.
Mike will be, after our flight, towards the end of our flight, will be the American with the most time in space.
The most time in space. This guy, he's a young guy. He's still got his hair.
Later, at the Miami-Dade Community College graduation, the president stressed to students the focus and determination necessary to succeed in the next phase of life.
Yeah, so if you were to pull it up and point to the size, you would.
You guys don't really know, do you?
That's how I work.
And your accomplishment today is vital to America reclaiming the highest proportion of college graduates in the world by 2020. So I am proud of you. I am proud of you. I know that for many of you, reaching this day wasn't easy. See?
On Saturday, even while receiving updates on the preparation for the mission in Pakistan, the president attended the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner, a traditional Washington, D.C. event that brings members of the press corps, politicians, and other public figures together.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How are you?
Fine, how are you, sir? Thank you for coming to our dinner.
We're over here. Celebrities, senators, journalists, essential government employees, non-essential government employees. You know who you are.
On Sunday, May 1st, the West Wing was abuzz with activity as a U.S. Special Operations team killed Osama bin Laden in a compound in Pakistan at the president's direction.
Good job. It's him. This was him.
Before informing the American people, the president and vice president called former presidents Bush and Clinton, as well as congressional leaders, to give them the news.
The reason I'm calling is to tell you we killed him.
Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of al-Qaeda, and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children. Good job, National Security Team. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm proud of it. You guys did a great job. They did.
On Monday, May 2nd, President Obama posthumously awarded Private First Class Anthony T. Kohano and Private First Class Henry Svela the Medal of Honor for conspicuous gallantry displayed during the Korean War.
Well, we're so glad we can do this for your brother.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Well, we're very proud of him, obviously. This is my wife, Michelle. I have to say that as Commander-in-Chief, I could not be prouder of our men and women in uniform. That is true now in today's wars. It has been true in all of our wars, and it is why we are here today.
Later that night, the president hosted a congressional bipartisan dinner at the White House. inviting legislators and their spouses to come spend some time together outside of politics.
I also know there have been several moments like this during the course of this year that have brought us together as an American family, whether it was the tragedy in Tucson or most recently our unified response to the terrible storms that have taken place in the South. Last night was one of those moments.
On Tuesday, May 3rd, President Obama welcomed the Teachers of the Year to the White House.
Look at these outstanding teachers. Come on in, guys.
One from every state and territory, including the nation's Teacher of the Year, Michelle Shearer from Maryland.
President of the National Teacher of the Year from
This is
Maryland.
good, Michelle.
Michelle Shearer.
Congratulations. So nice to see you. And you didn't have to come too far. That was the nice
No,
thing.
we didn't. Actually, it was about an hour, so not too far.
The president spent the rest of the day in meetings, first with his cabinet.
All right, let's get back to work.
He then met with members of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus to discuss the importance of fixing the broken immigration system for our nation's 21st century economic and security needs so that America can win the future. On Wednesday, May 4th, President Obama attended the Wounded Warrior Project Soldier Ride on the South Lawn, accompanied by Assistant Secretary for Veteran Affairs Tammy Duckworth and General James Cartwright.
Ready? You look ready. 1, 2, 3.
The ride provides adaptive cycling opportunities across the country to help wounded warriors restore their physical and emotional well-being. Later that afternoon, the president welcomed Prince Charles to the White House. The prince is in America examining sustainable agriculture practices and will also visit an urban garden in Washington, D.C. On Thursday, May 5th, President Obama traveled to New York, a city that sustained the worst terrorist attack on American soil almost 10 years ago in a plot masterminded by the recently killed Osama bin Laden. The president made his first stops at a firehouse and police station to honor those first responders who paid the ultimate sacrifice on September 11th.
When those guys took those extraordinary risks going into Pakistan, that they were doing it in part because of the sacrifices that were made in this state. They were doing it in the name of your brothers that were lost.
He then attended a wreath laying at Ground Zero, where the Twin Towers were destroyed on that fateful day, and spoke with some of the victims' families. To find out more information on any of these topics or to see complete videos of these events, go to whitehouse.gov. And thanks again for checking out your West Wing Week.
This was my first school. I went to first grade at Noelani School. Beautiful school. It's up in Manoa, up in the mountains. It's really
my
nice.
students send their love. It has been a
Tell
pleasure.
everybody I said hi.
I will
okay?
definitely do that. Thank you so
That's
much.
the foundation of all my success was Noelani School.
I will repeat that many
Sure.
times over. Thank you so much.